weights or some shit doing with some weight.
So he big as hell now.
Man, they said nigga got muscles and shit, man. So he ain't bullshit this time.
I like red bones, my type, light skin, that's nut, hello.
GFan, that's fantastic. Fantastic. GFan, that's fantastic. Fantastic. GFan, that's fantastic. Fantastic. GFan, that's fantastic. Fantastic.
That's good, fantastic.
I like red bones, my type, light skin, that's nut, hello.
GFan, that's fantastic. Fantastic. GFan, that's fantastic. Fantastic. GFan, that's fantastic. Fantastic. GFan, that's fantastic. Fantastic.
That's good, fantastic.
Yo, what up? What up? What up? Y'all know the deal, man. Like and share, like and share, like and share, so you get this thing out everywhere. There's anywhere in the world you could be, but you chose to be right here with me, the BABGOG. And I appreciate y'all for pulling up on me, bro. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Shout out to Ennis, man, getting it started earlier, man. BABG gang all damn day, boy. I feel you, fam. I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. What you know about that boy, though? What you know about that? You know what I'm saying? You saying that, brother, like you might know a little bit.
This ain't no weed, Ray. And we ain't snorting no bitch. This is boy.
That boy. That boy. Shout out to y'all, everybody in the building, man. So, hey, y'all be asking for this shit, man. And like today, man, y'all here early. So, I'm gonna try my best, y'all. I'm getting forward to, pre-scheduling these things for you guys. Show support, and I greatly appreciate it. Already being here, hot and ready. You know what I'm saying? Almost like a Little Caesar's pizza, baby.
Yes, Daddy, come get this cooch. It's hot and ready like a Little Caesar's pizza, baby. Hot and moist. You're gonna have to lay me on a towel. Let me bend these legs back like a paper clip, bitch. Daddy, come get this cat.
It's good to see y'all in here, man. Let's go ahead and get into it. So listen, bro. This I can feel like I'm free. As long as we're not talking about the, you know what I'm saying, you're pretty much good to go, right? So I don't know if you guys are aware and what's going on here with this whole food shortage that will pretty much be soon approaching. Now, if you understand and know, do the research and Google the top 5 wheat producers of the world, all right? all of this stuff, bro, goes hand in hand in hand. Shout out to my man Brandon Green in the building, man. Appreciate you, brother. Here for the knowledge. I greatly appreciate you. Hand in hand in hand, right? Life in itself, the circle of life, you know what I'm saying? The food chain, all these different things, right? So you have a lot of things at play. Okay. The best hub or starting point of recent note is The Great Reset by Klaus Schwab. It's literally everything nowadays, bro. You can literally, I got this on my phone right now, right? And I want to go to this, and we'll just start here. Eugenics is proven. All right. That is an actual philosophy. That's an actual concept. That's an actual plan. All right. What's the most famous eugenics things that we know about here, and we always reference it to the Black community, especially and specifically? The biggest eugenics and most successful eugenics, I guess, either mode, process, or plan for the Black community has been Planned Parenthood, aka baby deletion, right? God, man, y'all showing love early, man. Shout out to man Jay Stokes, man. Little Fella Federation checking in, man. Hey, man, we all a BABG, man, on the inside, baby. Really appreciate it. Yeah, shout out to Detroit Toys. Yeah, abortion. And it's crazy, right? That even though you can literally go back and hear what Margaret Sanger had to say and find out that this woman really a real white racist woman, okay? Unlike the witch hunt y'all doing on YouTube, okay? But and how the majority of the those centers are targeted in urban areas, in Black communities, all these different things. If you start doing the numbers, who knows how many lives we lost, bro. Again, we've been stagnant. And I know you guys said, well, no, man, we staying the same. And everybody else, bro, we've been eclipsed. So you have a population of people that are, let's say you surpass by 5%, right? Right. It's 10% of Hispanics versus or 8% of Hispanics versus 13% of African Americans, or Black people, whatever you want to call it, right? And we're one of the original big three here. You know what I'm saying? White folks, Black folks, and Indian folks. Okay. Red, you know what I'm saying? Feather, not red dot. Okay. Feathers, not red dot. The original big three of the United States of America, bro. White folks, Black folks, Native Americans. Okay. And shout out to Topcast, man. Shout out to my man, legendary Topcast. Where a lot of these brothers and Dan Calloway, they'll let you know, hey, that Black and Native American mix up sometimes, man. That Black and Native American can be one and the same. But hey, you go talk to those brothers and get the history, get the research, and get all the information over that. Whatever. I'm not trying to, piss off them. I ain't trying to have Tyreek Nasheed and and Yvette Garnell motherfucking do a drive-by on my ass for fucking talking about that. Ain't no damn Indian. But that's it. So we've been surpassed, right? And the Hispanic population continues to grow, while again we stay the same at 13% or whatnot, what have you. Who knows what's going to happen over the next few years? I don't know, but again, Black people up against the clock, man. Permanent underclass by 2053. And again, I say this, and everybody else from this space, people that are well more knowledgeable than me, but it's just really common sense. If you have this just possible depression level of economic downturn, that's going to speed up a lot of these processes. And I say you can not go ahead and knock 7 to 10 years off of that 2053 down to 2043. And shit, what will be in 2030 and 7 years. So you know what I'm saying? Just think about that. All right. That's a childhood. That's like a transition from childhood to adulthood. So that time, man, can come real fast. But let's get to this Great Reset. So what's up with the meat, right? Why is the meat so important? Well, again, all you vegan niggas, all you vegan niggas out here, bro. Again, you as a human being, bro, were meant to eat meat. Humans are omnivores. Okay. Meat is a huge fucking staple of your diet. Why? Because again, it gives you protein, it gives you amino acids. It gives you certain things, and it gives you nutrients that you can only, in the best way your body can process it and transform it would be through meat. Okay, now can you go out here and get it through vegan sources and non-dairy and all these different things? Yes, you can. But again, when it comes to just the process of it, bro, and this is science, you can go look it up for yourself. Don't take my word for it. The best way for you to get partake in protein and transfer that protein to where you're actually able to build lean muscle mass is going to be meat sources. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Okay, say my opinion. This is facts. Well, vegans, yeah, a vegan diet is meant to be a temporary thing. It's not meant to be a lifelong lifestyle. Not meant to be. Okay, vegan well, vegan, vegetarian, all this different shit or whatever, right? But again, it's just not meant to be lifelong sustainable. And you've literally had people who've tried it, especially people that are high performance athletes, and their body breaks down. Literally, everything from the bone density to the muscle mass, they're getting muscle atrophy and deterioration, all these different things. But if you're going to look at this from the lens of eugenics, right, and population control, well, you have to, right? So if you have less people that are stronger, well, people can't fight back. He's already talking about men being having less testosterone, men being smaller than they were, generations before, and all these different things. Well, again, beef is in certain just foods you eat, man. Beef generates the most testosterone and triggers the most testosterone response for your body in reference to any other fucking meat on the planet. All right. And lo and behold, well, but these were dairy cows. Of course, well, I mean, damn, nigga. I mean, a dairy cow can definitely become a motherfucking meat cow. You get too motherfucking old, right? Or whatever, or at least you can fucking use it for meat or whatever. But now you just had a major hit in the dairy industry, right? 18,000 cows. Bro, how the hell does 18,000 cows get deleted, man? But whatever. See, here, Gabe. There you go. Gabe, brother, we know you've been drinking all the milk with them teeth, them big ass teeth you got, brother, them chiclets in your head. Okay. And you African, nigga, or you part African. You know you out here been eating this meat, brother. Okay. You know you's a meat eater, brother. Don't start. Okay. You're spear trained. It's in your blood, brother. I put you in the motherfucking jungle and give you a sharp stick, my nigga. You gonna make it. So please stop, Gabe. Don't do that. What the fuck? See, here we go. I don't know what the fuck they going on, man. This shit pissing me off because I don't get it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get up with him. Here y'all go. See, I ain't going that way now. I'm not calling the brother. I'm not one of these tether niggas. I'm not saying that. Okay, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, Gabe got some big ass teeth. Okay, Gabe teeth taller than him, but it is what it is. Well, so yeah, so population control would be food source, food intake, right? The biggest thing and the biggest issue and problem, the reason why so many people died during communism was starvation. Okay, and starvation, man, is one of the worst ways, bro, to perish, dog. That's just long term fucking suffering, dog. So you control the food that people intake and people to be able to sustain themselves and be healthy and um fight disease and all these different things and whatnot, what have you. Well, you control the people in the population. All right. So this whole thing, man, where you keep seeing all this, eat the bugs, eat the bugs, eat the bugs. Literally, Tucker Carlson. What the fuck? I can't speak now. Tucker. The fuck? Tucker Carlson. Damn, I never even said fucking Tucker Carlson before. That is kind of a tongue twister, I guess. Explain it to you, right?
Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, but we are in the midst of the fourth industrial revolution, which accelerates global change. Global energy systems, food systems, and supply chains will be deeply affected. It means investing into a greener and therefore more sustainable economy. Climate change can lead to an extinction of large parts of our global population.
How about you eating the bugs?
Insects may be on our menu.
Bugs for dinner?
Eating insects.
In a couple of years, business could well be hopping.
Do the people in charge really want us to eat bugs?
Ancient elites were
conspiracy people, they invent anything you can think of, but no, it's complete nonsense.
The company is called Insect. This is an insect protein just been approved by the EU.
Klaus Schwab said, "We have infiltrated the governments of the Netherlands." And he's
quite open about it.
He's open about it. So no conspiracy theory.
Hey, and listen, man. Listen. That's another big thing that, like, bro, this book is out there. Bro, the map and the plan for what the fuck is going to happen is in the Great Reset. Everything that they're telling you is going to happen. They talked about fucking pretty much Fed coin or the fucking, global fucking not just the global social credit system, but the global currency. All of this stuff is in the Great Reset, bro. You know what I'm saying? This degrowth bullshit and population control. All of these terms and all this stuff can literally be found in the fucking Great Reset. And this is how a lot of us knew what the whole lockdown and the shutdown was about. Bruh, that was a fucking a social experiment. It was a stress test for the world, okay, to see just how far you could push them, how much the people would take before they say we're not taking this shit no more, and so on and so forth, and see how big the reactions were going to be and whatnot, what have you, bro. Again, dog, when you're talking elite level controls of the world, allegedly, right? Think tanks are real, okay? All right, all of these 3-letter fucking things. Who, WEF, what's another one? The Trilateral Commission. All of these motherfucking big motherfucking name motherfuckers and shit, bro. Bruh, these motherfuckers are that's who really runs the world. All right, even all fucking world leaders answer to them motherfuckers and get pretty much a playbook or have to be within the strengths of the script that they want to go down. Every now and again, you have a motherfucker that want a buck, and ask all them African people that wanted the buck what happened to them. Okay? Or ask motherfucking Gaddafi what happened when you motherfucking get off the script. All right? Again, bro, look at all this shit. Shout out to Beat by Zach. A test run, dog. You start going down these people motherfucking family tree and shit, bro. These people are the elite, dog. This ain't no joke. This ain't no made up bullshit. This you eating bug shit, and again, the revelation of method. Soylent Green way back in. Bruh, what the fuck, dog? This is killing me. Bruh, so I did all this shit, bro. I got brand new internet, and buddy, I must have a bad connection, bro. I'm gonna have to play with this shit myself. I apologize, y'all. I don't know why or how this shit is even going to this point. It's like, it's crazy. It shouldn't be doing this shit like this, but it is what it is, man. We work through it. This shit so pissed me off. But either way, yep. All them shits, right? So, Chuck, that might be it, dog. That might be it, bro. Because I ain't had no issues like this until now. It's crazy. So, all these things, bro, are in that book, bro. Again, put .pdf after any book, bro. You can find it on the internet and download it for yourself. Please, please, please. If you have not already, bro, read The Great Reset, dog. Okay? Read it. Read it.
Whatsoever. Nobody forces people to eat insects.
Voor miljoenen mensen ter wereld voor de dagelijkse voedselvoorziening. Onze overheid heeft zich gekeerd tegen haar eigen bevolking. En zo is het.
I'm Nicole Kidman, and I am going to eat a 4-course meal of bugs.
I will not eat the bug. I will not eat the bug.
Subscribe to the Fox News YouTube.
Shout out to Doug, man. Shout out to Doug. Doug keeping me abreast and aware of all the latest tinfoil hat situations, bro. Greatly appreciate Doug. We will get into this next one right here. But let me read you guys this from the Great Reset, right? Some have called for degrowth. This is on page 50 of the Great Reset, right? Some have called for degrowth, a movement that embraces zero or even negative GDP growth that is gaining some traction, at least in the richest countries, as a critique of the economical growth moves to center stage. Consumerism's financial and cultural dominance in public and private life will be overvalued. This is made obvious in consumer-driven degrowth activism in some niche segments, like advocating for less meat or fewer flights. Again, like advocating for less meat or fewer flights. Y'all, they're trying to make you seem like this whole carbon footprint shit and they're tying everything into global warming, right? Global warming. Oh, it's getting too hot. This is melting, and all these different things, and so on and so. Even though, bro, like I said, you've had scientists come out and disprove it, common sense shit come out and disprove it. All these things come out and disprove it, bro. But again, you have to get you tell somebody that, hey, 2 + 2 is 5, 2 + 2 is 5, 2 + 2 is 5 long enough. You'll never fool the people that actually know 2 + 2 is 4. Those aren't the people you're targeting. You're just telling the new people that that's the first thing you tell them, therefore they learn it. You always go after the children, okay? Always go after the children. They're always after the children because the children, they're, you know what I'm saying, what? They're impressionable. They learn what you teach them. And even if you put that idea in their mind, bro, for the most part, bro, as imaginative as children are, you know what I'm saying? And of course, you know we about the children.
But when it comes to the children, Wu-Tang is for the children. We teach the children. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? Y'all hit that like and share, man. Like, hit the like button, hit the share button, bro. Those are gonna be the future adults, the future leaders, all these different things, right? So that's why we see this big hey push. Also, again, there's no way that you can tell me in the United States of America, where again we've done the math time after time, 0.02% of the population somehow has one of the loudest voices and gets the biggest focus. Okay, 0.02% of the population was one of the first groups, okay, to get actual presidential level legislation. You cannot tell me that's just happenstance and coincidence. Okay, but that's another thing for another day. We're not really gonna get off into that. So this whole thing, man, to attack on the meat, bro, is just another process. I told, bro, we went over this the last time, bro. Keep looking at all of these things. Millions of chickens killed. Y'all swine eating niggas. They didn't kill the pigs. They didn't kill the cows. Hell, who knows what's next? Another big thing. Let me say this real quick. Right? They wanted to blame this on it, right? All you juicy crab, ladies and gentlemen, all y'all crustacean, you know what I'm saying? Your crustacean lovers. So for whatever reason or however it happened, there was a migration of the crabs, right? So the people that actually did the crabbing couldn't find the crabs to fucking get. A drop in supply meeting with tepid markets to paint a bleak picture of global snow crab market in 2023. United States, Canada, Norway, and Russia are the major suppliers of snow crab. Cataclysmic decline in U.S. snow crab stocks, along with lower quotas in Norway, plunging prices in Canada, and political fallout from Russia's invasion of Ukraine, have combined to put a significant dent into our supply predictions of the coming year. Okay? So pretty much, man, it's not just going to be the steaks and the meat, bro. Okay? Not just going to be the steaks and the meat. Nigga, they finna hit you with them scrimps. some crabs, some scallops, all your favorite fucking seafood, bro. All right? It's finna be on the low too. Shout out to Bob, man. What's your plan to mitigate what they're doing? Well, brother, I'm going to get me a deep freezer, okay? And I'm going to stock the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? You actually get a deal when you buy beef in bulk. When you go to I think what Sam's Club or whatever, you can get a big ass fucking ribeye, fucking shoulder, and get that shit cut down into how many pieces or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You actually save it when you buy the bigger cuts of meat and then have it cut down into smaller. Or if you can find a local butcher shop, I would go to a local butcher shop. Me personally, man, like I said, I'm going to get a deep freezer and I'm going to stack it up with meat. The plan is, man, for meat to be a treat. Bars, okay? And I think in here they talk about where you might have a piece of meat or something for your birthday or something like this. Bro, they want to cut it down to where, again, bro, you're only the elite get meat. You're not good enough for it. You're a peasant. You know what I'm saying? You're the golem. You're a commoner. You don't deserve that. You're not good enough for it. You haven't earned it. So a part of the thing, man, again, is to change it. And look at all these dystopian, everything from dystopian novels has fucking little to no meat in it. Okay. Or some either plant-based or insect-based source of substance. You know? Bullshit, bro. You know what? I refuse to show my motherfucking. I don't even show my Sam's Club card, nigga. I just walk in. Fuck out of here. I'm not getting carded to walk in on motherfucking Sam's Club. Fuck out my face. Build a pond, live on a farm. Well, nah. Why you bushing if you could? Yeah, B. That's what I'm saying. Snowpiercer, man. Watch Snowpiercer, y'all. Watch Snowpiercer. And for you guys that don't know, so Snowpiercer is pretty much like a And I just learned this too. I guess so Japanese people are really big on harkening back to things they feel like are like classic things or whatever. And the Snowpiercer shit has never been confirmed officially, but Snowpiercer is said to be a dystopian, futuristic version or a future apocalyptic version of continuation to Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, allegedly. Okay, that's the theory behind it, right? So pretty much you go from the world goes through climate change, right? Snowpiercer is like, I'm just thinking about right now. So a catastrophic something happens or whatever to where the world is pretty much in a deep freeze and it's incapable of human life, right? It's uninhabitable for humans just to live outside. Everything's cold or whatever, and in order for people to survive, what's his, not Willy Wonka? What was the kid's name? Charlie. So yeah, Charlie, right? Charlie pretty much becomes a adult or whatever, and he learns under Willy Wonka all the ingenuity and all the things in the process of making chocolate. But it's not just the chocolate, it's pretty much like Willy Wonka being a genius engineer. So it's really a genius thing when you think about it, because as a kid and just as a person, I don't think anybody looks at Willy Wonka and gets into the depth of it when you really think about it in a deep I guess philosophical or technical view of it. Willy Wonka was a fucking genius. This is one man that found a way to fucking create a chocolate factory with all of this motherfucking technology that was beyond any and everything that no one could ever fucking envision or imagine, right? Okay? This motherfucker was able to motherfucking transport the fucking candy through the goddamn TV, bro. Okay? This nigga did a teleportation device for candy. Okay? He was able to put fucking like a whole meal into a piece of bubble gum, right? What else? What else was another big thing? The goose with the golden eggs, right? He found the goose with the golden eggs. He had motherfucking access to this land of orange midgets. Okay, this man was like, he was a scientist and a sorcerer. Okay, this nigga, he was, when you really look into it, man, he was super weird, but the motherfucker was a genius, right? So, being that, Charlie goes there, Charlie learns on this tutelage and all these different things, whatnot, what have you. He gets the ingenuity, he gets the technology, creates a train that's circumnavigates the world. So builds a railway right? That goes around the entire world, okay? That's able to withstand the harsh fucking weather and the freezing and the cold and all this other shit. But it has certain things or whatever that, you know, whatever. And then it gets real dark. So just watch Snowpiercer if you haven't watched it, man. If you haven't watched Snowpiercer, watch it. It's a really, really good movie. It has your boy in it, Chris Evans in it. And this is before he even got anything to the, I think, the Marvel thing or whatever. It's pretty dope. Just watch that. But no, was it after? No, might have been after. He might have played fucking what's that? Let me see what year. Hold on. Snowpiercer. Let me see. Yeah, here we go. No, that's definitely after then. Snowpiercer was, yeah. So yeah, that was after. Yeah, Snowpiercer, is that the show or the movie? Yeah, yes, the show, and they got a show now. So I didn't even know that. I just learned the other day, re-looking at this. They have a show now allegedly, or they had a show from 2020 to 2023. So yeah, man, make sure you guys watch that movie. But no, brother, she turned herself into a blueberry. She didn't listen. Okay, she didn't fucking listen. All right. That was her fucking fault. Hey, do not be out here. You're stealing goddamn my formulas and my shit. It's still understudy, bitch, and you eat it. You get what you get.
So you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Yeah, get him out of here. Get her, roll her out. De-juice her, they say. He said, roll that bitch out and press the juice out. Press that bitch. But nah, man. This big part of oh shit, hold on, y'all. I got my damn finna here look at my AC. Give me a second, y'all.
Pull back the cover. Shades. God, it's a raid. Cut out the lights and call the law. Cut out the lights and call the law. Standing over there, the devil's son-in-law.
Yo, what up, man? My bad. They had the they looking at my AC, man. My damn AC messing up, so I had to let the AC man in here. I can't be in here, motherfucking sweating. Y'all niggas know y'all can't wait to call me a slave, so I ain't finna be in here, motherfucking dripping sweat and shit. And you know, but nah, that was me. But Snowpiercer food. Well, yeah. So one of the biggest ways, man, to ever be able to number one ways of being able to do population control, man, is going to be through food. Because again, you need food to eat. You need food to eat. You need to eat to live, right? So this whole thing going on, bro, about this whole meat thing and meat shortage and meat, what's the name? Meat depopulation and degrowth and all these different things. Bro, this is real. This ain't no joke. This ain't no bullshit, bro. They moving forward with this and it's moving really fast. I'm telling you guys, man. We're gonna start working into after we talk about this right here, is you're not gonna even be able to buy meat if you want to. Okay, and that's where the Fed now is gonna come into play.
About climate change.
Food is the third biggest source of cities' emissions, right after buildings and transportation. But all food is not created equal. The vast majority of food that is contributing to our emission crises lies in meat and dairy products.
According to new.
Now, ain't that a damn coincidence? Few days after you have a fucking you have an explosion of a dairy fucking farm, bro, that kills 18,000 cows. When nobody at work, the motherfucker open up a gate. You know what I'm saying? When nobody there to put the fire out. You know what I'm saying? Who and how the hell and what the fuck kind of bomb just you know. What the fuck we got going on here? You get the mayor of New York City, right? Come out and motherfucking give this fucking give this announcement. That's coincident, right? Yes, nigga, 18,000 cows at one time. Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, are you kidding me right now?
Data released by the city, 20% of the Big Apple's greenhouse gas emissions come from food production and consumption. And the mayor is now vowing to reduce the city's food-based emissions at agencies by 33% in the next 7 years and challenging the private sector to follow suit. And this week, we are exploring the impact of climate change on the tri-state area and the unique ways people here are creating solutions. You can watch our special Climate Change Protecting Our Planet Thursday at 5:30 right here on CBS 2 and streaming on CBS News New York.
Again, people, this is all coincidence, right? We just crazy. We just conspiracy theorists, just tinfoil hats, just motherfuckers that's, out here. Ooh, the government's out to get me. Ooh, they putting it in the food. They're going to take away the meat. Listen, bro, they telling you this. Broad daylight. I ain't trying to hide it. So for you guys that don't know, man, let's get to the story, dog. When I saw this, bro, I was just like, bro, get the fuck out of here. That shit came across, I think it hit Twitter. And I was just like, bro, stop playing with me. There's no fucking way you telling me 18,000 fucking cows died at one time.
West is a very tight-knit, low crime, good people city to live in.
I was at home eating dinner with my family, and one of the charge nurses called to say that there was a fire at the fertilizer plant.
When I was here, it was just smoke. It was just white smoke. I knew that there was a threat of some sort of danger. Explosion was not one of those thoughts in my mind at this point.
Coming from my house, which is about 4 miles from the nursing home, we were on Main Street, and that's when the explosion happened.
April 17th, 2013. An enormous explosion rocked the city of West Texas when 30 tons of fertilizer-grade ammonium nitrate detonated at the West Fertilizer Company. The blast killed 15 people and injured hundreds more. Nearby homes and businesses were severely damaged, many beyond repair.
So I guess they're using the fucking cow manure, the cow shit. Come on, man. Y'all out of hand, man. Hit the like and share, bro. Well, I'm looking at the thing, man. I'm about to do the murder man dance to you niggas. Hold on, man. Y'all niggas, I know there's no way you niggas is liking this fucking stream. I know I lost a little bit of numbers because of the thing. Let me see what I got here. Yeah, come on, man. I got 64 likes, man. Come on, bro. We gotta do the motherfucking murder man dance. Y'all bullshit me. Y'all playing with me, man. Talking about playing in my face, man. Y'all playing in my face right now, bro. Come on now. 30 more of you niggas can hit the damn like button. Y'all just love doing the murder man dance, bro.
Oh, murder man dance. Oh, that's the murder man dance. Oh, murder man dance. Oh, that's the murder man dance. Oh, real more shit, man. Oh, that's why more bodies, man.
Now, listen, man. This is what I'm saying. Listen, shout out to Mr. Porter. Is that, bro? Come on, bro. That's what I'm saying. And I know you can, you know, stuff like that or whatever happens, bro. But you think that's not a convenient fucking answer to have to explain fucking 18,000 fucking cows killed at one time? They showing you this shit or whatever, so on and so forth, bro. Only 15 people died. Nigga, you you know how much damage a cow can take? Okay, this happened back in 2013, and it only killed 15 people. You mean to tell me it killed 18,000 cows at once? Shout out to motherfucking spiritual, man. Shout out to a man, spiritual logic, bro. All of this shit, bro, all this stuff happening, y'all, again, bro, is a conspiracy. It's not real. You making this up. $18,000 cows at one time, bro. One explosion. Nigga, you would literally have to drop the equivalent of 18,000 cows. The fire that killed 18,000 dairy cows in a West Texas farm has been extinguished and a staggering death count revealed. Now comes the messy, unprecedented task of disposing of them. Typically, dead farm animals, even scores of them, such as those killed in the wake of hurricanes and blizzards, can be buried, hauled, landfills, or even composted, said Saqib Mukhtar, an associate dean at University of Florida's Institute of Food and Agricultural Sciences Extension and the cattle disposal expert. But the sheer number of carcasses in this incident makes the task monumental, he said. I really don't know if the cows were all intact. How in the world do you manage this within even a month, said Mukhtar, who previously worked at Texas A&M University and helped dispose of thousands of cattle drowned by Hurricane Ike in 2008. 18,000 cows killed in the explosion fires at a Texas dairy farm, may be largest cattle killing ever. Wow, you think? Largest ever. And then you wait 3 or 4 months later, it'll be even larger than that. Bruh, this shit is to fucking starve you. Okay? If you're not already, if you want to enjoy the fucking meat, bro, you might want to start stocking up. All right? What did he say? Over the next 7 years by 33%. You know how big it is in New York? Think about this. One of the biggest cities in the world, not just the United States. You got to look at this from, because all this is globalism, people. So look at this, bro. Look at this. If New York City says they're going to be at the forefront of reducing meat and dairy, okay, by 33% over the next 7 years, and you know how they are. That was the first in a major city had the strictest lockdowns, took people's jobs, forced them to get the fucking, the can't go outside, all these different things, bro. Okay? Your ass gonna be eating a mosquito in motherfucking probably 2 years. Okay? You go to New York City if you want to, nigga. All them overpriced motherfucking pizza slices, nigga, is gonna be motherfucking tofu and vegan bread. All right? Vegan cheese, vegan bread, vegan everything. Okay? Enjoy the meat while you can in New York, nigga. And again, as you can see, bro, this is why everybody's escaping and getting away from these things. I don't want to say a certain word because it may be triggering. I'm just going to say this. There's going to be a huge divide within America. Okay. You're going to start seeing interstate passports too. we talked about this briefly, but very, very briefly, because it hasn't really been a big thing. But here in Florida, particularly, everybody hates Florida. You had the NAACP or some motherfucking black thing come out and say, "Oh, there's a travel advisory for Florida." Now you have the some LGBT thing, travel thing for Florida, right? Okay. There's going to start being pretty much a national passport in order for you to travel to different states. These vaccine requirements, bro, it was a test run, but trust me, believe it's going to be a thing to where these states that, and California is already talking about. California just came out with a thing. Let me find it, y'all. They just came out with something recently of saying California said it's some statute or some federal thing that they will not follow. Okay. Okay. What you're gonna start seeing is you're gonna have a I want to say a silent um a silent intranational divide. Okay. It's a C word and a W word that I don't want to say together because I feel like they if you say that, they're trying to, that's definitely going to be a trigger thing they start saying, right? But C word and a W word, it's actually going to go on without any bullets ever being fired. The thing is, in order for you to enter states like New York, like California, you're going to have to be vaccinated. You're going to only be able to be your only form of currency you're going to be able to use is going to be Fed Now, and anything that's on the global central bank supported. What else? Stuff with the kids. What else? And no meat, little to no meat. No, you're not gonna. It's not gonna be no gas stations. You only way you're gonna be able to feasibly get around is gonna be electric cars, and then you're gonna have your states that refuse to get down with that program and so on and so forth. Yes, y'all know what it is. Exactly. Yep. Shout out to my man, Spiritual Elijah, man. Even fake NASA says the largest greenhouse gas is water vapor, meaning the planet is 75% water. 15-minute cities, yeah. Shout out to Kadash Shaya, brother. Yeah, that 15-minute city shit. Yeah, I told y'all, bro. It's the Wiley effect. Right. We've been doing this, man. I've been gone for a minute, but remember, I told y'all the Wiley effect, bro. Revelation of the method. They tell you all these things and they show you these things, man, because they have to get you prepped and bro, they gotta be, bro. Somebody gotta be playing with me today, bro. Ain't no way, bro. I've not had these kind of problems since I got all these fucking. Bro, I literally had my whole internet redid, new router, new everything, new computer, and today of all days, I can't say motherfucking 5 minutes of talking without my shit going out. Even on the old computer, y'all, it wasn't going. My screen is literally blanking out on my side. So this is just crazy, bro. But either way. Yep. What's another big thing? They got to go to the thumbnail so I can see what we're supposed to be covering. What was the other thing? Okay, let's go to FedEx now. This motherfucker put FedEx now. All right. So Fed Now, right? Instant payments 24/7, launching in 2023. Fed Now service, and it's going to show you what green, right? Green, green. You say that Green Acres. It ain't just Green Acres lawn care, right? You know, I say that Green Acres shit, right? Again, that's a subliminal message, people. All this climate change bullshit, bro, is going to be the means and the method they use to pretty much undermine society and bring everybody into one fucking globalist government. We have to save the planet. By your powers combined, I am Captain Planet. We have to come together. Your religion doesn't matter. Your sexual orientation doesn't matter. Your race doesn't matter. We're all one race, the human race. No more borders. You don't need borders. One world currency. We share everything. But we're going to have a tippy top group organization of people who gets to decide who gets what and when they get it, how much of it. And if you're a bad person, we'll fucking block you out of society. You can't buy anything. You can't go anywhere. You can't participate because you're being bad. You said bad things on the internet. So we're going to block your FedNow account. We need more power to be shifted to this coast versus that coast. So what we're going to do is we're going to shut off your electric car. We're going to shut your electric car down. You're not going to be able to use it for 24 to 48 hours. Or you know what? To be determined. Until we get rid of this electrical blackout over here and we're able to shift the grid. This is why I keep telling y'all, bro, I don't trust Elon Musk. I don't trust Elon Musk. Elon Musk is a fucking genius. Elon Musk is one of the most ingenuitive. I think is that a word? Ingenuitive, okay, I guess, or resourceful motherfuckers on the planet, bro. Okay. When it comes to creating things, man, this dude's a genius. Okay. I'm pretty sure he had some type of help or whatever from, whatever, right? But if you guys understood, bro, I took my son back. I keep my son on the weekends, right? And I went to a Wawa gas station down here, bro. Do you piss me off? Florida is all about fuck all this other shit. Fuck the green shit. Fuck all this other shit. La la la. Proud to be in. Bro, I saw, I want to say 8 to 10 Tesla chargers at a gas station. 8 to 10 Tesla chargers, y'all, at a Wawa gas station. Yeah, I know, bro. Yeah, they fucking with me for real, dog. I should be back now, though. Okay, bro. This stuff is moving fast, dog. Exactly. This shit is moving super duper fast. Let me put this here. You guys come up, bro. You guys go ahead and come up. Let me see this thing because I had a lot of this shit from earlier. Let's see if I can find it. So, how's Fed Now going to work? Fed Now is pretty much going to be the middleman and the fucking hidden hand, big brother watching any and everything you do with your money. The IRS, remember they kept talking about this shit. We need 80,000 jobs. We need 80,000 more IRS jobs and all this other shit and whatever, right? Well, you kill that because now you see any and everything you have going in or out. The Cash App guy getting the Cash App guy getting his ass put up out of there. I'm pretty sure, bro. I wouldn't trust any of these what would have been, third party money apps, Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, or whatever. This just let me know that Cash App wasn't down with the get down. The fact of the matter that they found some to randomly out of all the people in the world, bro, you pick a fucking Cash App finder to be stabbed to death. Bro, that's crazy. Same thing, yeah. Same thing with DeSantis, bro. Listen, all these people, bro. I really can't tell with DeSantis yet, though. I really don't know. You have to give it time to see how these people play out, right? And how they're going to be used. You never really know until you see it. But yeah, all these people, bro, you can't trust any of these motherfuckers, dog. But at the same time, bro, I wouldn't throw people away before they show themselves to be that, or they start showing traits of it. I haven't seen anything of DeSantis as of late, or since he was on his uptick, that would say he's with the shits on the other side. I haven't seen it. Now, I'm not saying he's innocent, totally innocent or not, but there are going to be people along the way, man, who's not with the shits and who can go against the motherfucking, the elite, the cabal, or whatever you want to call them, right? It's just a fact of the matter that those people are few and far in between. And, those people have shit because they or whatever status they are, they have means to protect themselves from, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? Me personally, bro, I'm trying to see what the hell and why the hell Trump's getting all this attention, because pretty much now they announced what they announced as far as like the plans for re-election, and there's no way I can see, especially if the Republican candidate is either Trump especially, but even possibly DeSantis, man, of there being a re-election after all the shit that we about to go through, right? All the money that's been spent and given up other places, the certain tactics and certain things that's been done, the policies, all of this stuff that's been done, bro. There's no way I can see it. So I'm really trying to see, like, bro, Trump might need to be listening out for the motherfucking music, bro. All my shit fucked up today. Well, listen, I say this. Listen, I say this, right? Yeah, but even still, when they control, bro, everybody's not lockstep. Everybody's not down with the complete and total get down. It's some people that's 100% down, bro. No matter what you tell them, they're gonna do it, right? Your Woodrow Wilsons, your FDRs, your Richard Nixons. Those people, clearly, they're people that weren't down with the get down because they either tried to get him up out of there or they got him up out of there. Y'all know why Abe Lincoln, you know what I'm saying? Anytime, bro, remember, and who was the last person that they had to send a strong message to, y'all? Who's the last president they sent a strong message to? Because of, the what you want to do with the money. No, not JFK. After him, way after him. No, they got him. It was Reagan, bro. Reagan. There was an attempt on Reagan. Reagan was talking about shout out to Link. Reagan was talking about bringing the motherfucking what's the name back, bro. Not Clinton. Clinton was down with the get down all the way down. Not Clinton at all. Clinton never got touched. Clinton was safe, bro. No, the answer is Reagan. Y'all keep putting Kennedy Reagan. He spelled it wrong, but Ronald Reagan. There was an assassination attempt on Ronald Reagan's life because Ronald Reagan was flirting with the possibility or the chances of getting us back on some type of gold-backed currency. Okay, actual fucking money, not this motherfucking what's the name bullshit. And they had Buddy pull up on motherfucking Reagan in real life. They'd be like, all right, motherfucker, we told you what's gonna happen. I think we're I think we're past that point to a degree, but not really, because they get motherfuckers up out of here every day. It's just the fact of the matter with, like, say, bro, this Trump thing, bro, If he runs, I don't see him not winning. I just don't. It's not going to be anything in play like they were able to do it. The lockdowns was the perfect thing because Trump would have, without the lockdowns, Trump would have been reelected. My point and my problem with Trump's thing is Trump could have ended the lockdowns. Trump could have ended the fucking executive powers, or he could have stopped the declare of emergency. That's what gave everything and everybody the authority to just pretty much buck the system and create their own, right? When he created that motherfucking state of emergency, bro, he called for the state of emergency and he didn't end it and kept it that way. That would have killed everything. But again, like you said, I don't know if it could have been just something that he didn't see and it was a faux pas, or it could have been planned and they told him that's how it was gonna have to go, right? Looking at Trump, who Trump is, bro. Trump don't like losing. Trump represents a whole faction of something that they need you to get up out of here, right? Well, brother, I mean, right ahead. Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He didn't push the jab fully. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't. But I don't think DeSantis is gonna run. I just don't see DeSantis running. He may run as a vice president. That would really be what it is. We've seen it happen. We've seen people that couldn't stand each other or whatever become running mates and all that sort of stuff. If Trump runs and he gets DeSantis, as they partner up, bro, they're definitely gonna fucking win. If DeSantis fucking is Trump's vice president and you set it up to be, there's no way they don't win. Shout out to D Champ, exactly. We don't need to kill freedom. We just need to kill the idea of freedom, and that's why we are where we are in this in America, bro. All this stuff that's being pushed upon the kids, bro. All this stuff that's being fucking just done, bro, to the degree and to the point that it is, bro. It's crazy. It really is fucking crazy, dog. Yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about. Mr. Speak on it. He was the one who brought up, ivermectin and the oral things and all these other things, man. Shout out to Spiritual, bro. Oh shit, I'm glad. So yeah, so not just to meet, yep, that one too. Shout out to Spiritual. So not just to meet y'all. So everybody knows about Monsanto, right? So the crazy thing when the Monsanto thing happened, and this is the importance of when you start talking about real uber ultra elite like processing, planning, and control. One thing, who owns a majority? I don't want to say the majority, but a major part of farmland in America now, people. Who owns a major part of fucking farmland, if not the most amount of farmland in America now, people? Who's that? Remember that us getting talks of that right before and then during the fucking pandemic? Exactly. Right? And you already know what type of time he on. His mom and dad were fucking eugenicists, bro. Bill Gates done got caught up when he was over there in Africa giving out these, those way before the lockdown or anything, and just the deaths, the rising deaths, the defects, all these different things, bro. Right? So what the hell you think Bill Gates gonna do when you need your rice, you need your wheat, you need all these other things other than motherfucking just meat, right? Because you can't just live on meat alone, right? You're gonna need your carbs. You're gonna need all these different things. When you have a fucking rich eugenicist that controls, you know what I'm saying, a major part, if not majority. And that's why I say too, man, I like to speak from a mathematical standpoint. Math makes things a lot more simple. And that's too why they want to attack math, right? Bruh. Now, you got 100%, right? Now, 100% is the whole thing. 50% is half. Let's just say you don't got half, but let's just say you got 40%. Or even just knock it down to 30. 100% of the people are dependent on 100% of whatever the thing may be. Food, right? 100% of the food. Cut the motherfucking food by a third. How many people gonna starve? Cut the food by fucking, 40%. How many people gonna starve? You see what I'm saying? And then now, like you said, oh, there's an economic crisis. Inflation. Everything's gonna cost more. Everything's gonna cost more. So now, not only did you decrease the fucking supply of food, now you're gonna raise the price of food by 25%, by 50%, taking away more jobs and more jobs. Bruh, do y'all see the fucking these layoffs and how these layoffs are getting more and more and more and more and more every other month, if not every other fucking week? Telling y'all, man, the shit that's going on is going to happen, bro. It's going to be on epic proportions. Oh, y'all just talking, man. Let me get winter coming, huh? Winter is coming. No, motherfucker, winter is here. The wool's just not out yet. Winter is here, man. You just got the luxury of having a coat on right now. You know what I'm saying? It's a nice winter. It's that Christmas time, motherfucking light snowdrift. You know what I'm saying? Not a motherfucking all out motherfucking blizzard, motherfucking whirlwind, motherfucker. With polar bears waiting. Polar bears and grizzly bears waiting at the end of your driveway. Shout out to TFP, man. Shout out to TFP. Glad to see you on your feet, baby. All right. Y'all know how many people, bro, telling me, bro, they done got, I know people that got laid off, bro. Great jobs, too. Great jobs. Transhumanism. Speaking of that, let's go to this. Hold on. Shout out to Doug again, man. And you know what was crazy, right? You know what's crazy? Remember when they did the thing with the robots and they was all dancing and shit and la la la, and they told us, oh no, this is computer generated, right? Look at this shit right here.
Digidog sniffing out danger. Then there's the GPS Dart tracking cars driven by people up to no good. And you might run into this roundish robot keeping an eye on places like Times Square.
We want the public to know that the use of these technologies will be transparent, consistent, and always done in collaboration with the people that we serve.
The NYPD showcasing 3 new tools that will be rolled out in the coming months. Pilot programs, the department says, linking cops with new technology, especially during extreme situations.
In hostage negotiations, counterterrorism incidents, and other situations as needed.
Digidog was originally launched during the de Blasio administration, but the program was suspended. Civil rights activists said it was an example of over-aggressive policing. Today, Mayor Adams barked back at those complaints.
Digidog is out of the pound. Digidog is now part of the toolkit that we are using.
Similar robots have been used in places like airports and college campuses, cameras and two-way communications, connecting police with people who need help. The GPS Dart, already in use, launched in some cases at so-called ghost cars, illegal rides using phony paper license plates.
And while we're doing this, it allows our officers to stay safe
limit pursuits, and let the GPS do its job.
So who pays for all this stuff? Well, police say $750,000 for 2 dogs comes from forfeiture money, additional funds from the capital budget. The mayor took a bite at reporters asking specific money questions.
This is an investment in our public safety.
The new recruits start popping up this summer. In Times Square, Gus Rosendale, News 4 New York.
This summer, y'all. This summer. And of course, like I said, I can tell you from coming from my line of work, everything starts out innocent. Everything starts out service. But, bro, you know how easy it is to strap a motherfucking a weapon onto anything that's, you know, robotic. You know how easy it is to make anything that's lethal that's supposed to be just a serviceable thing. Shout out to my man Kadash Chai. I did show on this past weekend. Bruh, the stuff that's happening, dog, out here in the world, bruh, and the paces that it's going to where it may not seem like it's fast, but just go back to pre-COVID, right? And look at how much the world has changed since. Look at how much the world, bro. It's still people walking around with masks on, dog. It's still people. I still see people in the United States of America walking around with masks on. Mind you, never seen a mask a day in your life. I never before that. The only person I ever seen wear a mask, bro, was literally in a hospital, and those were the workers. You got the whole motherfucking nation. The nation that's supposed to be the motherfucking forefront and tip of the spear of freedom to put on masks, to stay in the house, to pretty much do as they're told with no question. Right? Just for what to happen. I ain't even see no Asians over here wearing it, bro. I didn't even see Asians over here wearing it. Yeah, bro. I don't look. What the fuck are you doing? Like y'all, like they told y'all, bro. This shit don't even work. I saw Robert that reacts facially when you try and touch it. Yeah, I did. I got a thing on that. I got the actual. That's one of my thumbnails, man. I think that was a video. That was a pre-record though. I don't know if that was a live or a pre-record, but that same exact video you talking about, Gemini. Yeah, bro. Motherfucker frowned up and everything. Not just he backed up and frowned up and you invaded my personal space. Back up, nigga. Bag. Give me 50 feet. Mask mandates come back this weekend. Where the hell you at, brother? D-Chat, where the fuck you at? Mask mandates coming back this weekend. Where is that at? Man, y'all get MJ a break, man. Y'all know MJ was just trying to keep that nose on. Texas? Get the fuck out of here. Texas? Mask mandates? What the hell? Shit. Texas? Wow. Everything I've seen in Black Mirror is coming to life, like the social credit score, now the robot dogs. Yeah, Bluff City Nerd, brother. I'm telling you, brother. Revelation of the method. They have to let you know. And they can't force it on you, bro. They just gotta let you accept it. You just gotta accept it. And that's what's happening. That's what's wrong. And again, I can't really you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of shit I can't say, and bro, I can't go to the that I want to because of, unscripted. And I laugh at them. They crazy. Yeah, bro, I'm gonna look into that, bro. Let me see. Well, let's Google it. Let's see. Maybe he knows something y'all niggas don't know. Let me see something. This one. Oh no, bro. It said it prohibits it, fam. So now you just use on the it's on the opposite end. It's a bill that goes against it to saying you can't require it. So it's the opposite, bro. Saying you can't require that or vaccines. So it's the opposite. I don't know nothing, brother. I know what you know. I know what I see, and I can't. Listen, man. A lot of this stuff too, bro. Like I said, a lot of this stuff is tongue in cheek. So like, y'all know it's a whole. So I'll address this. I'll address this right. So certain things were revealed that shouldn't have been revealed. I'll say that right. And you guys are pretty much aware of it. What happened? I'm not going to speak on it because even though it's being that it can't be talked about, I can't talk about it because being of what I am, that's still. So I run the risk of even that it's been released to the public, I can't directly address it. Same thing that happens when the first time that WikiLeaks was known as a thing, they put a message out to say, hey, you cannot you can't even go to the site. Like, and not just at work, but on your personal shit. If you found to have any association with or that you are, sharing information from, or you are going to that site, you will be punished. Okay. So anytime you're talking about information at that level and the things that were revealed that should not have been revealed and goes, that is huge. So I would say this. Money is very, very important. One of the biggest ways to soak up money, use money, distribute money is a surefire way, right? Involved. And it also helped get us to the point of where we are financially as a country. If you want to destroy a civilization, take away the money. Okay? The brute force way, of course, is send everybody over there, bomb rush them, overpower them, and forcefully take it. Or you can just take away their money, make their money not worth anything, or make it to the point of where no one else will acknowledge their money, or lesser people start to acknowledge their money. This shit that's moving with this China shit, bro, is super duper scary. All right. The fact of the matter that now you have other countries that they're going to be accepting other countries' currency for oil. Again, if you understand it, and then speaking of which, have y'all heard of? Let me see this. I'll make sure it's not part of a thing. Here we go. What's wrong with this? What's wrong with this statement, y'all? What's wrong with that sentence right there? What's wrong with that statement, y'all? My man. My man. France is a NATO nation. France is a NATO nation. See if I can find another one for y'all. Guess who else has been buying? Well, not with China, but guess who's been buying? Allegedly, been buying oil from Russia. You guys know who's been buying oil from Russia? You take a wild guess, the wildest guess of all. Allegedly. No. Nope. Nobody got that answer yet, right yet. Nope. It's really small. So we're gonna make it bigger. Shot in the neck. So that's as far as I can go with that. That's all I'm gonna say. And that's all I really can say. Yeah. This is way bigger than what it is on the way bigger, people. It is that deep. What's up with you, fam?
Cooling, bro. Man, I don't know if you're talking about this today because I just saw you and I know it's what 10-4 Tuesday or something.
Yeah,
brother. You gotta. I want to share an article with you. The UN, basically on their website, bro. I seen it on Redacted, the little independent news shit. But bro, the UN, they are trying to decriminalize everything, like from everything, from children to facilitating the children, all of that, bro. It's crazy.
I hadn't seen that. If you
Bro,
got the article,
they need to go ahead and send the comment, bro. It's over.
Bro, I told it's speeding up, bro. They gotta move, bro. Like shit's not going the way they wanted to go fast enough.
Bro, this is like I think in the 48 laws of power, when they say like when you make change, it's supposed to be like a gradual, like slow change. You know what I'm saying? But bro, this right here, bro, ain't even like they just like straight full-fledged pedal to the metal. Let's go.
Can you hear me?
I'm sorry, my bad.
Well, either way, listen. He'll come back when he come back. Again, 2 of the top 10 wheat producing countries are doing what? Right? Do you know what that's going to do to the food supply of the world? You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I don't even know what you were talking about. I just saw that you was on. I just had to let you know this. It's crazy.
Yeah, bro. If you got that article, bro, drop it in the chat or drop it in the back chat so I can look at it.
I'm gonna do it right now.
I hadn't even heard that one, fam. That's crazy. But then too, like I said, bro, again, we didn't even talk about this, and I forgot about it. I wanted to keep it on the food thing. But y'all saw what happened with the Dalai Lama, right? Y'all saw what the fucking Dalai Lama did in broad daylight, bro. This is the whole world runs off of pederasty. Shout out to the Chronicles, bro. All these top elite motherfuckers, bro, that's how they get down, allegedly. This shit is no game, dog.
I think what it is, I think that like for me, it seemed like the whole Jeffrey Epstein thing, bro, was like doing all that right and getting footage on these people so they can do it later. So all this stuff that you like, why would this person make this decision? Why would this person make that decision? Why would this other person do that? It's because people have a grip or a hold them by that got them by the nuts and basically saying, if you don't do this, we're gonna expose you. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking that's what the whole Jeffrey Epstein was, is like one big plot to get all these suckers, all these powerful people, and grab them by the nuts, and then basically make them do what we want them to do. The flight log ain't been exposed to nothing.
Right. Well, I wanted to. You were talking about currency earlier, a little earlier. You're talking about food now, but currency. What's happened in regards to currency, for example, is because you mentioned China and using their currency to get oil. Yeah, that's one of the things that's been going on. And so what the Chinese are trying to do, since they're major oil buyers, because they don't produce oil on their own, I don't believe, they're trying to make sure that their currency, you can use their currency to buy oil, so they don't have to buy up US dollars, which is normally what most other countries are forced to do because of the 1974 petrodollar deal. The 1974 petrodollar deal, in my view, has basically helped keep the US economy afloat, because the US dollar is the biggest export item
of the United States.
It's the biggest export item. Yeah. And so because a lot of countries, as per this 1974 deal, in which the US was able to have its currency, the dollar, used as the means of exchange to buy oil in exchange for the Saudis buying US weapons and putting money into US banks. With that kind of dominance, it allowed the dollar to have what is known as exorbitant privilege, which is what the British pound used to have. that meant countries around the globe had to buy up US dollars and still have to buy up US dollars in order to do business in not only in terms of buying oil, which is a needed resource, but also some other items, other aspects of business. And so that's been basically the reign of the US dollar since what, 74 or so, the 70s. And so what the Chinese and other countries are doing are looking out for their own interests. BRICS is one example of that, right? The BRICS alliance. Russia, China, well, in that alliance, India, Saudi Arabia, and Brazil.
Yeah.
Again, what they're looking at, they're looking at, instead of a bipolar world, which is what it used to be with the former Soviet Union and the US, they're looking at a multipolar world, or trying to have a multipolar world where other countries can finally do what's in their economic, fiscal, and maybe to some extent political benefit. So they don't have to come under US hegemony, US empire. They don't have to come under some other power. They can deal with other countries on a more equal footing. And that's part of what I see the BRICS system doing. And some of these other systems that are happening is how these other countries are like, look, we'll do business with you so long as we get some kind of benefit from it. And so part of that is going around this, the petrodollar deal and the dominance of the US dollar, really the dominance of the US period, but the dominance of the US dollar is what's important. That's why you often see sanctions.
Do you remember that's what got Gaddafi killed? Because he basically wanted all the African. He wanted all the African nations he wanted all the African nations to combine all their wealth together and have it backed by gold and natural, minerals. But they
what he
killed
wanted
him
was a currency. What he wanted was a currency. And the currency was the gold dinar. And so anything that threatens US hegemony and sovereignty, economic sovereignty, or some of the other maybe even European to a certain extent, gets contested. So Gaddafi, in my view, paid the price for really his economic ideas and what he was trying to do. And that's why these other countries are deemed enemies, right? That's why these other countries are targeted. Iran, for example, with their oil bores. The Libyans, because they're an oil producer, right? Libya is an oil producer, right? And so if you look at where some of these conflicts occur in the world, right? There's either some resource, like oil related, it's some energy resource or some other resource that's involved for the most part. Look at what's happening in Ukraine. Ukraine is one of the major wheat producers, agricultural producers in the world. In the world, not just in the European region.
So is Russia.
Yeah, they called it the bread basket of the world, didn't they?
So that's what I was trying to tell y'all. So that's why I had that up. So this is what I was trying to tell you, right? You have two of the top 10 wheat producers in the world that are in conflict, right? Neighboring each other. What being that that's what's going on. What they're not exporting any of this shit. It's and due to the clash, you know what I'm saying? Pretty much one is completely totally out of the game, and one has been affected because of the focus on this, right? So again, that's why I say now look, and we haven't even hit it yet, right? They're already talking about, bro, energy crisis and shortage and no natural gas and all these different things. And then I can't, I'm not even gonna speak on that, because if you know about natural gas and that place, there's a certain big one that makes a difference, and certain things were said, but so on and so forth. But you guys brought up something that's very, very interesting, right? You guys see what happened to gold recently? Put a one in the chat if you're keeping up with gold. Again, man, I tell y'all the shit we talk about.
The price has been spiking, I think.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at it right now. This is a 6 month. This is a 6 month tracker on gold, bro. This is a 6 month tracker on gold, and for the longest, gold has been fucking being manipulated and purposely tamped down because they don't want gold to be what gold is really worth. Okay, all these
Mhm.
people, these old people, been talking about this shit. Been talking about silver too, bro. And actually, silver has a more of a ceiling, a higher ceiling than gold does, because silver is used in a lot more things than gold is used for. So they use silver in all types of technology, and hell, I think it's big in the medical field and in these certain things or whatever. Hell, I didn't know that it's this some white lady fucking tight thing. They use silver in the technology they use in the tights to help I guess like odor control or some weird shit, but whatever. Like they use silver in a lot of things. So what you're seeing, bro, is
Right.
these actual hard, valuable minerals, assets, and stuff, right? Gold and silver, which that actually has a valuable because it's actually physical. It's finally starting to go up. What when the dollar starts to falter? Okay. So again, man, if and when you guys can, if you can, okay, find you a way to you know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. But we got my man Street Juice in the building. What's up, fam?
Well, what's up, fam? How you doing, man?
You got it, brother.
Yeah, I mean, I've been thinking a lot about these puzzle moves that have been happening. I think one of the most interesting things is I sit back and I think, okay, we got the BRIC system going down. All these nations that are trying to do business with each other across waters. But we have the U.S. has the biggest, most powerful Navy. How I want to ask y'all a question. How do you guys see this situation where, do we not police those waters that the BRICS nations are doing work amongst each other, or, will they succumb to issues because, most goods is shipped around the world through boats, and the U.S. Navy helps police that. So if everybody,
Damn.
they
You cut
don't
him
just
off?
need our
Everybody
dollars,
got
they need our
audio and shit
protection
going
too.
on today, man. That shit's crazy, man.
Well, you also have to keep in mind the
Thank
Chinese
you, Donald Trump. Go ahead.
The Chinese have a blue water navy, so they built up their navy. So now they have a navy that, if there's a war, that navy can, at least from what I've heard in war games that they've conducted, that navy would be able to fight a war, possibly against a major power. So, of course, the Russians have a navy as well. I don't know if theirs is blue water as well, but so you have to keep in mind with what's going on with these two of those powers in BRICS. The Chinese have a major military. The Russians have a major military, right? And that's
But the
part of
Chinese
what the
hasn't been
changes.
tested yet, though.
Well,
Yeah.
again,
Listen, let me say this, right? So everybody talks about China and what they have from a military standpoint, right? The issue and problem China is going to come up with is that China they have a whole bunch of people, but most of those people are old as shit, right? And that's why they're promoting, they're showing all these things where they're actually training their children to be military minded, right? I know everybody's seen the viral thing of them having kids sit down and pretty much break down probably some type of 9mm a handgun, pretty much, right? The classroom full of children doing that. So when they did that whole I think what they did, a two child rule or whatever, the child or one child rule, whatever the rule was for the kids, it fucked them up, right? So they tried to correct that. They're in the process of correcting that. Along with correcting that, they're in the process of setting up for this. So in our lifetime, I can definitely see China coming with real smoke, real shit. Because 18 years from now, or 18 years from maybe 5 years ago, you'll have a whole set of children that'll be grown individuals under the mindset of that's being actual, not just again, their TikTok is different from our TikTok. Okay, there is no China removed all of the hey bullshit, right? They deliberately said, hey, China has a thing against where there will be no feminine men and none of that, non extremely masculine, whatever, right? They even did it, and they were showing it how they had a Russian military ad versus like our military ad, and they was using military ads over here as fun, poking fun, over in the adversarial countries. So what I'm saying to you is right now, no, China is not really with the smoke, and they're not really going to try anything and so on and so forth. But is it going to come? Yes, it is going to come. America's on the opposite end of the spectrum, y'all. That's why I tell y'all this, and it's crazy and it's ingenious when you really think about the propaganda and the plan that was put in place in order for it to happen. Bro, people hate America. Americans hate America. That's a problem.
Yeah,
Okay?
that's a problem.
That's a major issue and problem, because you have to have a nationalist, a majority of
Patriotism.
yeah,
You need all that.
patriotism, patriotism and nationalist people, because you have to have people that are willing to fight and die for, if necessary, their country, their home. You know what I'm saying? Protect their land, because it's not just for you, it's for your loved ones, it's for your children if you have them, it's for the future. But they let all this propaganda come up to the point, and that's why I niggas don't understand, like this, the white man bad, the white man bad, the white man bad. That, bro, that shit is,
I feel like our country entered like a hyper individualistic situation to where
Look,
we don't even feel like a nation. We really feel like just a
Well,
land full
the
of
U.S. has
individuals.
always been an individualistic nation. It's the
Mhm.
it's the core of what the United States is about. You also have to look at the fact that because the U.S. is different in many respects, you also have to look at the fact that the U.S. has been engaged in a number of wars in the past, at least since Vietnam. So these countries like China and some of these other countries, they're not fighting wars. They're not going out and spending billions upon billions of dollars. They may spend some billions on the military. China does. Russia
They just
does.
started doing
But
that.
they're not.
no, no, no.
But they're
Y'all
not.
knew we technically
They're not
invaded already, though,
engaging in
right?
all these other wars like the U.S. is,
Well,
which
hold
is
on,
costing
Zoe,
the U.S. billions upon billions of
I
dollars.
can't talk about that. Y'all, we can't talk about that, Zoe. Yeah, I can't talk
Oh,
about that.
we can't talk about that.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I know what you're
All right,
talking
okay,
about.
my bad. Okay,
A certain
all
thing, I can't go there.
right, I'm gonna leave it alone.
Yeah,
I'm gonna need your newsletter, Mr.
I want to
Fantastic.
warn y'all, because it's like certain shit I don't. It's like it's too fine line,
I feel
because
you.
yeah,
I'm gonna need you to make a
can't talk.
newsletter,
Hey,
Mr.
say less.
Fantastic. We
No,
need
say
you to
less,
know
bro.
this
I don't want to
information
get
you
your
got.
channel hit. No.
Yeah, no, well, not just the channel, like me personally.
Okay, I got you.
So
Okay,
I'll say this, right? There was a thing that happened a month ago. There was early last month, right? that was happening, and everybody was like, "Well, what is going on? What's going on? What's going on?" And it was confirmed to be.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, it was confirmed to be that, and that's exactly what it was. Surveillance was happening, and that surveillance was actually happening. So that's
Yeah.
that's been confirmed. We'll
Yeah,
say
we
that.
can leave that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's just. So I don't want to get into that, because that can get what's the name?
That shit is crazy. Where's Lauren at?
Yeah, but it literally happened, right? So Al, this would be my Al. China has been at war, bro, for at least the last decade, and
Facts.
but they're not doing it with bullets.
Economics.
They're doing
Exactly. They're doing it with
economics.
money.
Well, I'm talking
Exactly,
about
economics,
What I'm
influence.
talking about is
Hold on,
fighting
Al.
actual wars.
Well, Al, that's what I'm
That's
telling
what
you.
I'm saying.
That's the reason why you had a Cold War, right? And the
It's
United States been in
evolving.
war with the world for however, because you can get a whole lot more done with a dollar than a bullet, right?
Man, look, I'm gonna tell you. You see, I'm gonna say,
That's
look,
bars.
y'all see the country, right? The one who have like less women, right? What they doing? They going to Africa, carving up Africa, doing business in Africa, and them Africans over there. Those Chinese men, they marrying them African women over there, bro. Like they becoming like lineage, so it won't be easy to just kick these Asians out. No, these Asians are like integrated into your
In the
population. You
system.
can't get rid of them now.
Yeah.
Hey,
They're
man,
finding other
appreciate
ways
y'all,
to grow.
bro. Appreciate y'all for having an understanding, bro. That's why I'm telling y'all, man, especially my A1 day ones, y'all understand, bro. Especially when it comes to this tinfoil shit, bro. I'm like at 30%, because it's so much shit that I can't get into. I can't talk about. I can't get down.
I know what you're talking
I
about.
appreciate y'all.
I be thinking
bro.
that sometimes, Fat. I'll be like, bro, you in the military. How can you
You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate it, man. So like I said, bear with me, bro. I promise y'all, bro. Once this shit done, once we done tinfoil Tuesday, niggas, it'll be off the real.
They need to be
for
lit,
real.
bro.
I'm able to motherfucker say everything and really get my perspective and talk about whatever I can talk about, bro. Without no holds barred, bro. It's gonna be crazy.
Hey, look, I used to live in San Diego, right? And I was studying to be a Muslim, right? So when I was studying, I was taking my shahada and everything, right? I used to always listen to these like like it was someone that were really radical, like deep up in. They'd be like, "Man, come over. You're gonna listen to this tape or listen to this DVD or whatever." And it'll be a DVD of a sheik talking, saying all this stuff was going to happen, bro. And I used to be sitting there like, bro, I think I need to get up out of here. These dudes crazy. And nah, bro. Then them dudes are right. That everything that I'm telling you, everything that everything I remember the Muslims saying on that sheik saying on that video, bro, exactly what's happening in America right now.
Telling you, bro. Yeah, and that's the thing, bro. Like I said, a lot of this stuff, man, these people, bro, these people have a lot of this stuff, bro, is in books, bro. It's in writing. They tell you this shit. Like I said, they tell you these are plans that are well known. And like I said, if you get you know, of course, like Quigley and stuff, right? These people get likenings to people, right? To where there's a Quigley interview where he was like, "Hey man, you need to shut the fuck up or we'll both disappear." Okay, like we can't talk about that. Like, bro, we talk about that. Bro, we both gonna be going to see Uncle Charles. What you talking about? So we not gonna like at the interview. We done. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it's a lot of shit that goes on, and this stuff's getting real. And what the problem is because you know when stuff doesn't move a certain way, bro, they just push forward. Sometimes you just gotta push forward, whether the people are with it or they're not with it. Whatever, they're upping the speeds of it, and now they're just getting to the point where they're just forcing it. Because they have to, because they got a plan and a timetable, whatever in their place, you know what I'm saying, they want the shit to be. But back to the Cold War aspect of it, of fighting with the currency, bro. Like I said, bro, China is embedding themselves in everything, and so I wanted to the importance of the BRICS thing, right? So just like we had the issue and problem with the Cuban Missile Crisis, right? Because Cuba was tight with Russia, bro. Mexico cannot be a part of this BRICS shit. You don't want that.
Hey, look, you already see them talking about considering the cartel like a terror organization.
Yeah, they trying to, and but if I'm Mexico, that's why Mexico done pumped his nuts so much lately, because it's like, all right, motherfucker, you go too far, we'll get in bed with China, and we get in bed with China. Now you own the same shit that Russia own, and you literally got the fucking adversaries at your back door, nigga. Not even at your back door, y'all is like a screen door, motherfucker. We share it.
But
Mexico
is gonna have an issue with uniting, bro. Like their military they're so incentivized by you know, like with the gangs and money and stuff like that. Like it's
exactly
they wouldn't be able to get organized. It would be a bad bet.
They don't need no.
I'm thinking some of those people are in politics.
Yeah,
from what I see in the documentary.
So hear me out, right? No, it wouldn't be, and this is what I'm telling you is why, right? You got the same thing going over with, you know, the most corrupt country in Europe. If you know what it is, you know what it is, right? All you need is the support of you know, an outside entity going against your adversary. If I'm Mexico and everybody corrupt anyway, I don't give a fuck. I just want the money. Now, if I got the money and I got access to weaponry, I got access to resources, and say shit, China want to set up a little base, a little whatever down here. You already know how China get down, bro. China was what was the name of the dude that was fucking the fucking Chinese spy? The congressman? What's his name? The white boy? So Su Ling was sucking him up and sucking up information, nigga. This is facts. This ain't this. They said that, and remember they tried to downplay it.
They got a meme of it. They call it Fang Fang.
Yeah, buddy, old girl
Fang
was literally
with
fucking
the
sucking up
thing.
buddy and sucking up motherfucking information, and buddy was like on the intelligence committee. I'm like, bro, what the fuck?
He was like, "What you need? I got it for you."
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, me know you a long time. She was getting everything out that nigga. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying, man. You know, all countries participate in espionage or whatever, right? But you know, having a distance and having you know what I'm saying, all these situations, bro. And that's why I say too, people don't look at this shit with the whole Trump thing, right? When Trump was on this border shit, border. Like, bro, so just imagine, right? You don't know who the fuck's getting in the country if you just got this fucking you know, this motherfucking fishing net worth of border, bro. A fishing net policy when it comes to the border. Whatever can get through, can fucking get through, and you know, let all these people in the country. Well, damn, okay, you worried about MS-13 now. What the fuck you gonna be worried about when it's goddamn, you know, actual, you know, Chinese spies and that are Mexican? Okay, that's what motherfuckers not thinking about, bro. Fucking everybody that work for motherfucking China ain't Chinese, motherfucker.
Oh,
you know
so another thing that I found out too.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you.
There was a story out there, and it was about how the Chinese that were trying to flee. I mean, the Chinese that were fleeing China, guess where they were going through? They were going through the same routes as the wolves and the Mexicans through Mexico. The same. They have a whole social media showcasing on how to leave China if you wanted to come to America, and how to do it by paying paying somebody to help get you the route there. All this the same way the Mexicans doing it is this, and the migrants are from the south are doing it. It's the same way that they're doing it. So it's really, they are building a relationship with each other. You know what I mean? And that's one thing I can say. But when I look at what I look at projecting in the future, because there's like this, it's like looking at a plate of like mixed vegetables. There's just shit everywhere. You know what I mean? Like as far as like stuff going on like here and there, here and there. When I try to if I pinpoint and I look at okay, what's happening here in this country, I think we have like two cases. We either have a revival or we crash and burn. You know, we're gonna have our version of Rome, just a fall.
Yeah,
Or
every
or
dynasty,
we have
every dynasty eventually crumples.
exactly, or we have a conservative revival. That's what I see happening in this country. You know what I mean? Because it's when the pendulum swings so far one way, it eventually swings the other way back, and it's going to be very, very interesting. I can see our country becoming very conservative and then turning into like a very militaristic situation, especially if these these war parties start making their way this way, starting making their way in the Western Hemisphere. It's going to be whatever with all this humanitarianism. Now it's going to be like it's basically going to be what Trump wanted, if anything, an isolationist situation for this country, to where
Well,
our
I
borders.
don't know that he
Al,
wanted an
before you go, Al,
isolationist situation,
before
but
you go, Al, let me see real quick. Let me shout out to D Champ, man, for the 10. Greatly appreciate you, brother. Great information from the stream. We need more days like this. Hey, man, it's Tuesday, man. 10-4 Tuesdays, baby. We back. And real quick, so you guys can see this. Now, I'm glad you guys brought this up because and again, bro, think about this as far back and as much, and this is what this is how big this net is when you really think about it. Remember, a few years back, this is while Trump was in office, they did the thing and they outed a lot of these fucking Chinese spies, bro, that were fucking out in these colleges and that were fucking pretty much, recruiting people, dog. These colleges literally are what they tell you they were. These colleges, bro, are these fucking
UCLA and Stanford.
hubs.
That's funny.
Yeah, bro. These colleges are these hubs, bro. These colleges, these hubs are this fucking anti-American, these spies, these communists, Marxists, all of these fucking ideologies, man, that help fucking destroy the fucking nation. Again, bro, the easiest and the best way to destroy something is from within. So once you fucking create any type of motherfucking inside turmoil, right? You get this separation and you get these factions, you get all these different things, bro. Like I said, that's just a powder keg that's piling up.
Okay, I'll put it say also, China are the masters at doing that. They've been doing it since the Mongolians and the steppe region. Well, because they used to have this thing called you're going to be Chinese. You're either cooked Chinese or you're raw Chinese. You know what I'm saying? Once they used you to go against the other tribal people that was at their doors and stuff like that, right? And then you became civilized, and then you basically got your people went from warring to becoming like planters and shit like that. Now you became cooked Chinese. You feel me? That's what they used to have back in the day. I'm real big on the Mongolians and Genghis Khan, but Chinese been mastering that since Genghis Khan days.
Yeah, they've always left their land to conquer in a way. They conquer differently, you know what I mean? They just do it different.
They always got
they assimilate
before Genghis Khan unified all the tribes that was in the steppe. There was always infighting because the Chinese would make sure that there was always some infighting, or they would find the biggest one, bribe them to go against the other ones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, they have like a very inclusionist way of expansion. You know what I mean? Like even with the shadow dealings that they have in Africa, it's like the way that it's portrayed is that like we are in partnership with Africans to bring them technology, prosperity. Like
Mm-hmm.
even though it's through like bad situations, bad loans, and all that kind of stuff, but they don't come to nations with pistols. They come with bags of money.
Yep.
And that's
And I
the
see.
smartest thing that I've ever seen with them. Like, I mean, they're a communist country, but man, bro, they know how to do business.
I'm telling, and look, brother, you got African kids over there, 2-3 years old over there, bro. You can see them doing a little kung fu, just like the little Chinese ones would be over there in Western. I'm talking about if you mess up, snap, they popping their leg and shit. Like, get right, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shout out to my man
Teaching them
JC,
discipline
man.
and everything.
They just caught some Chinese spies here in NYC, bro. That, like, say, bro, that's how they've been. Like,
Hold on. They got the police stations.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
They got police stations in New York.
Oh shit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
That whole police station. Well, they spying on the whole New York.
Yeah, I mean, it's a whole number of like I live in LA, and it's a whole nother vibe. Like when I go to Chinatown in LA, like I truly feel like that the entirety of that between there and K-Town, I feel like the entirety of their community is locked in, like locked in. They speaking only Chinese to each other. Like,
yeah,
I feel like I'm in another area. Now I love it. You know what I'm saying? My wife is my fiance. She's Asian. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's by design though, too, though.
But yeah, it is by design. And being an African American and thinking like, well, damn, like, what would it be like to like see like a community where, Black barbers and we shop owners and shit, we connected like that, and it's family shit, family that. Let's not embarrass the family. That's a big thing with the Asian communities. Don't embarrass the family. That's one thing that I feel like the African American community can learn from in that situation. But man, I mean, like they as a nation of people have learned a way to set up colonies in other nations, and they're good at it.
Well, this is one of the things I remember from the John Henry Clark thing, and he was talking about how China was influencing Africa. Like, you know what I'm saying? They were literally doing that way back then. Like I said, one of the first major civilizations outside of Africa itself to infiltrate Africa and to start the breeding and the marrying and all this different stuff, and just to pretty much like spread out their culture, their ideology, the way they do things to the world. So yeah, man, they've been doing this since the beginning of time. But C. Moses, what you got, brother?
Yeah, to that, I think, Fantastic, you already pointed out, like, one of the problems I think we have here in America is that there's an echo.
Yeah, JB, you got to mute up. You gotta turn off the YouTube in the background. Go ahead, Moses. My bad, brother.
Yeah, so we're not gonna ever be. Well, the first thing that we got to do is get that sense of pride back in America, because you were talking about how people hate America and people hate America, like Americans hate America.
Yeah,
If you don't love the country, then literally everything you do, the way you move, the way you think, like, it's not to build it up,
Bro, I'm gonna
down.
say so. I remember when I was a kid, right? I'm Haitian, right? When we was young, like, y'all don't know how bad Haitian kids wanted to be part of, like when we came in, we seen all the cool stuff and everything like that, bro. Like, we wanted to be part of that so much. And then, like, I think about my parents. A lot of time, a lot of Haitian people, we talk about this. We say our parents didn't come here for us, you know what I'm saying, or to see the country do what it's doing right now. You feel me? Like, our parents, like, that's like we get up and go to work every day. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, it's like our parents came here. We got to keep this country doing right, because if it was good for our parents, you know what I'm saying, it's good for us. You feel me?
Yeah. What was the sacrifice?
The solution is literally just to flip it. Because once
go ahead, Moses. Go ahead, brother. Continue.
Yeah, the solution is to flip it.
No, you good. Just jump. It's cool. Go ahead. Go ahead. Moses, you have more to say, brother?
No, I mean, I'm just adding to it because, like, if we can, like, no matter what it is, when it comes to voting, when it comes to even, the other conversations you be having on here with the opposite sex, just the way that we interact with women, like, everything is, if you don't want to see this country do well, then you're not gonna give a fuck about anything that actually impacts the community or your family. You lose a sense of pride in your family because you don't even care about your last name. People, like, Black people, they'll rep their block, but they don't rep the land. And then
Hold on real quick, C. Moses, and brother. I'm glad you said that. And I say this. So, and that's one of the major things, issues, and problems that Black people have. The Black community or Black culture or whatever you want to call it, right? It's crazy if you think about it, because that last name is your brand name. And once you get this whole thing of where now, you know what I'm saying, not only do you have no pride in your last name, why? Because you don't have a father in the home, or you don't know where you're really coming from. We lose even that major part of it. Because like I said, just think of just Asian culture, right? Asian, you brought disgrace to that family.
Right.
You brought disgrace to family. You get your ass up out of here, right?
You get disowned.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So, we have lost, we haven't had that now for, I want to say, at least 2, if not 3 more generations. I remember that,
That's
hey,
a fact.
Yeah, man. Like you said, like my grandma and people past that. Hey, don't you be out here embarrassing us.
Don't embarrass me. Yeah.
Don't say it.
No, not just me. Us. And they put the importance of, like, hey, you are a representation and extension of me. Whatever you do out here in this world is how I taught you and how I raised you. You see what I'm saying?
It's a fact.
My bad. Go ahead, Joe. Go ahead, brother.
You know what you said is just like, I remember KS RP Kevin Samuels, but he was talking about how his family is known. You know what I'm saying? Where he's from, and if he were to do something or say something, you feel me? It's the whole town. No, it ain't just him. You know what I'm saying? Like, his family,
exactly.
If they see him, they know, okay, that's Kevin Samuels. Oh, we know
that's
he gonna look like
boy.
this. He gonna dress like that. You feel me?
Yeah, that's such and such boy over there. That's
exactly. That's such and such family.
Yep.
Yeah. People say, oh, so if something happened, they'd be like, oh, he went to jail for this, and he went to jail for that, and the granddad was this, and then all that right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But that's a real community. I mean, the fact that, like, everybody knows each other like that, like, that's the basis of a community. You know what I mean? Like, where it's like I in my family and where I'm from, like, I from what I learned in my history, the few Black families from our town, like, that's where, like, my name is a part of that. You know what I'm saying? So the accolades, the all the other kind of stuff we do as a family matters. Now, community, let me ask you this. Like, I feel you. You go ahead.
Back, I remember back in the like 80s and the 90s and stuff like that, right? Like, you go to a Black, you go to I'm old nigga, man.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, the peak of what you're talking about is the 90s. I feel like the 90s was the last era.
Look, so we used to go to, like, a Black family house and all this stuff like that, bro. And you would be able to see pictures of their grandkids and stuff like this on the shelves and stuff like that. You go to some of your friends' house that's like these new age people, they don't have family pictures and stuff like that. It's not like people have a real connection family like they used to back in the days. Back in the days, you couldn't be gone away from your family for too long. You know what I'm saying? Now people are moving the whole states away and not even talking to their brother 5-6 years. I'm like, how you not talking to your brother for 5 years?
Right.
It's crazy.
No, yeah, the 90s was definitely the peak of, especially among, I would say, Black community. It was
we had Black movies like
yes.
What's that Sunday movie? I forgot what Mama said. Whatever, I forgot.
Yeah, we had a lot of, not only that, but we had a lot of like prominent, like, figures who were doing things, doctors, lawyers. Like,
we had TV show, a lot more TV shows with Black families, Family Matters,
and I think what ended up happening was, I don't know, man. I feel like a lot of things changed once the millennium happened, and once we got into that thing. I mean, like, I there was just something about that 1999 to 2000 New Year's Eve. I remember we was partying like it was 1999. We was playing Prince. And it was just one of those times where it was just like, man, the world's going to change. And then, I'm 36. So it's like, what, 23 years later, it's like, what the fuck are we looking at right now?
Bro, I remember the first rule of the internet when it first came out, bro. They, especially females, to never post any graphic pictures. And now I'm 42 years old, and they are advertising, telling women, put your booty hole on the video. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hey, with butthole. So it's got to have the butthole. That's what I like. Damn, these bitches is like, damn, they're like, yeah,
for real.
All the freak dick pictures, brother, came with butthole, brother. I don't know how you get it.
And the thing is about the 90s, it's like
Mm-hmm.
Now there's no right or wrong. We don't know, you know, what you represent. And I say you as in like any person, family, nobody cares about anything. There's no line to cross. It's just, oh, you got to accept everything. And it's gotten to the point where,
Well,
I mean,
it really, here's what I'll say. It depends on where you're from. If you're from a small town or you're from a small community, then decades ago, you had a set, that's the difference. I'm not, again, I'm an individual, so I'm into individuality. So what you do is your business. And you also have to understand that things changed overall. So, individual rights has always been an important thing in this country. And one of the things that is taking place is you don't. I don't know who the hell that is.
What's it? We got.
One of
What
the
we got?
things
What we doing over here? We doing motherfucking.
that's always been
America's Top
around,
Model.
but
I mean,
it's
America's Got Talent. What's going on here?
I don't know what it is.
Who's the mad singer, bro?
Somebody walk past the old lady in the shower.
Who is this? Oh, JB. Oh, no wonder. Oh, one of my infamous trolls. What's up, JB?
What's going on, Mr. Fantastic? How are you guys doing?
Great. What's up? What you got to add to the tinfoil pot?
I didn't hear you.
What do you got to add to the tinfoil discussion for today? What's going on with you?
Oh no, I was just passing through and I saw you were live and I said, well, maybe I have something to share.
Okay, sure. What do you have?
Just listening to you guys speak about the good old days, and I'm just and you're talking about what the culture is in Africa and all these other countries and how they're doing so well, and you try and compare Black Americans to all these other cultures, and I'm just curious as to what are you all going to do about it? Or do you just sit around and talk about it?
Well, no. Well, actually, no. And I'm
it should be what are we going to do about it?
No. Streeters, I got it. So, actually, no. Again, today is Tinfoil Tuesdays. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can read, but you probably got you're a PhD, right? Some shit like that, right? So,
something like that.
Tinfoil Tuesdays is the subject of today. So, actually, what we're doing is we're using it. And they got off into the Africa part of it due to the Africa-China relations. You're aware of that, correct?
Yes, I'm aware of their relationship.
Currently now, you know what's going on over there right now? Okay, cool. So that whole thing that's going on, and we were pretty much just using that as a segue to get to the point where we're talking about the infiltration of China and the methods they use in war tactics. So it's not really a comparison of Africa from what it used to be, the good old days, but something totally different. But y'all roll with it. We're saying I got to take this phone call.
Yeah. What are we going to do with it? I think we are doing it. We are fixing it by having these conversations. And some people, they don't know because they weren't around for the 90s. And again, my thing was it's not the good old days. It's just when there was a open dialogue like this. A lot of the stuff that we're talking about now, you can't have these conversations with just layman people because it literally just goes over their head. And then some people can be in the background. They become enlightened by saying, yeah, there was a sense of shame. There was a sense of ownership of your family. There was a sense of pride in your country. There was like an awareness of it's on us to fix these problems. So I think you're overlooking the fact that having these conversations is the solution to some of the problems that we have because the people who are supposed to lead just got silent.
Yeah, because we're not saying that the 90s was perfect for sure.
Here's what you got to understand. Having a conversation doesn't solve anything.
But me telling you that we have a hard line.
You can't solve anything with conversation. And the point I was that I was making was this. Here's what you got to understand. All things change. Nothing stays the same. So it depends on where people grew up and what communities. Communities vary, right? So if you're in a small community, a small town community, and it's one that where in small town communities, there's people are much more involved in other people's business. And so there's less privacy. And one of the hallmarks in this country is privacy, right? The right to privacy. And so one of the things that happens when you're dealing with people over the years is that people's privacy becomes much more important. So if you get involved in their business, they'll tell you that's none of your business. You need to stay out of that. That also can have a detrimental impact because people who often, especially as the years have gone by, if you try, quote unquote, shaming somebody, or you start trying to say things to certain people, they may react in a way that may be physically deleterious or physically bad for you. And that can create a lot of problems and a lot of issues. So really, not only have times changed and maybe to some extent communities changed, it depends on where you're from, right? It depends on where you're from. If you're from a small town, some of what you mentioned may have taken place. But what also has taken place is people are about minding their own business. So you don't want to step into business that isn't yours, right? Because those can have negative, detrimental consequences.
Yeah.
I disagree with some of the sentiment that you're saying in terms of some of the changes and shaming people. I don't think you can shame people. It's a sense of shame. I feel bad if I,
it's personal.
am not moving in a way that reflects my true value. So that's on me. I wouldn't shame you.
Yeah, but that's part of what occurred years ago. That's what a part of what occurred. And what's changed is that what's changed is, depending on the community you're from, not only the individual, but the sense of privacy, right? So you have to be careful about broaching people's not just privacy, but their territory.
Their
because there'll
sovereignty.
be consequences to that. You could use the term sovereignty if you want. I say territory. You got to be very careful about that. And that's why people don't get involved. They go, not my business, none of my concern, not that. You especially can't do that in a city. Now, I don't know how it is in small towns and suburbs, but in a city, you say the wrong thing to someone or you try to get involved in their business, it's not going to go well for you. So what people have to understand is the importance of privacy. If it doesn't harm it, if you're talking about people that are just minding their business, they're not engaged in things that they shouldn't be doing, and individuality. And those are the hallmarks of this country, especially with the average person. And so people will preserve that. They will, I don't know if they'll fight to preserve it, maybe, but that is part of what is going on. And you also have to look at community. When you talk about community, you have to keep in mind, from what I've observed, African-American communities you're talking a native-born population. The other communities you talk about are immigrant-based. So it's very different because they have brought their culture and their ethnic rituals and traditions to an extent to this country, to an extent. But there at times is a cohesion there because, people will, if they come from another country, they're going to try to find a community where people like them are, and people practicing their culture are, and people engaged in institutions and activities related to their culture and ethnicity are. That's very different from Black Americans and African Americans, because Black Americans and African Americans do not practice ancestral African culture. They don't have ethnic traditions and rituals. They only have what you would call the culture of America, of Black America, that has been established. And that's very different. So it's a very different situation.
Yeah, and that sounds like an evolution that needs to happen too. Because when I look at it like as a whole, like because we started off with regional, small towns. We went into community, looking at a nation, right? Because like our survival is going to depend on us coming together in terms of like on this geopolitical war that's going on, with economics, with innovation and everything like that. It's going to have to be us being as a nation, because I truly like. So, for example, if I look at the landscape of the United States, I would say that there are more, like, in total, small communities that make up the nation of the United States versus major big enclaves like New York and LA. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, I feel like there has to be, a lot of people have moved from the cities and moved to the small rural areas, and the people say, hey, we don't like you guys here, we want you guys out, we want our own quiet life together and stuff like that. I mean, that's where a lot of the battles happen with the individualism and stuff, but I feel like it has to be, I mean, the way it's written on the fucking money, you know what I'm saying, in God we trust, or one nation. Like, how many people do you think still know the Pledge of Allegiance? Remember, you used to do that in school. Like, this shit was crazy. Like that. I've
Yeah.
asked my son, like, hey, like, do you know this? Like, do you remember this? And he could barely recite it. And I was like, wow, I remember having to stand the hell up and
Yeah.
do that in front of everybody. But it was just, it's all part of, like, this experiment that's going on in the United States as far as building a nation, because we are a nation of everything. You know what I mean? We have everything, everybody, and we try to have the rules of everybody being free and freedom. Um, um, but I think, like I said before, we're in order for us to evolve, in order for us to stay competitive, in order for us the things to get better, we have to start implementing structure for the freedom, because, like, you can't just have freedom and no structure, otherwise it just goes wild. And I feel like that's what's happening now. It's just, we have freedom,
Well,
but it's just wild. There's no structure.
well, again, I don't know what that structure would be. So
Yeah,
let
it's
me
weird.
just,
I don't know what it'd be neither.
yeah, but here's the thing. So that's why I cite in being an individual rights and privacy. That's at the
Yeah.
hallmark of the
Of being a
of the
Republican,
citizen
right?
and the person.
Right.
And so let me just take it from a YouTube perspective before I go, right? And look at it from a YouTube aspect, right? So we've already discussed, like, community, like, small town, rural, maybe versus city, what have you, and how things are to an extent, idea shaming, so forth, right? So the complaint, what you guys have noted is you complain about the nature of, I guess, Black American communities or aspects like therein. So let me just take again. Let me just look at this in terms of YouTube, just solely YouTube, right? I'm biracial. I'm in biracial spaces. What I do notice, and this is just my observation, what I do notice about what often is on YouTube, not everything on YouTube, but what often is on YouTube is, when it comes to Black Americans and it comes to African Americans, it seems to me there are a lot of YouTube channels and a lot of stuff on YouTube that deals with celebrity, with gossip, with there's a lot of, how do I put it, conflict oriented type channels where people are going at each other. There's kind of an emphasis on, how do I put it, and of course there are also relationship channels and all that. When I have been on channels and I've talked about, and I've just offered my view, and I state, hey, as a biracial person, I'm an outsider, but here's my point of view. Okay. What I've noted is this is just my point of view. I've noted part of the problems in African American communities or Black American communities are material. They're infrastructure oriented. So in my view, what needs to be remedied there is very specific. You need banks instead of cash loan and cash checking places, check cashing places. You need grocery stores instead of
Yeah.
markets with all this processed food and sodas and all this kind of stuff. You need hospitals instead of, instead of not having them there. restaurants, and some other basic businesses. Not just business in general, but basic. You need the aspects of a neighborhood and a community that are, again, these are very, very basic, but they're often lacking in African American communities, right? It's often said that in Black American communities, you have food deserts and bank deserts, to use the phrase that's coined. And so from my perspective, again, as an outsider, I'm a biracial person, so I'm only half Black or whatever. From my perspective, I look at that and I go, okay, the problems that I see are partially material and concrete. And if you're going to deal with that, the things that can be worked on are these aspects. I don't talk about, I don't know what celebrity is out there. I'm not going to say names. I don't discuss what a celebrity, I mean, I don't mind discussing a celebrity, but I don't focus on a celebrity as a problem. I don't focus on gossip as a problem. I don't focus on the petty little grievances and conflicts as a problem. But what I see on YouTube is not what I'm talking about, which is just my view, my point of view and my observation. But what I see is all this other gossip, fighting, conflict stuff. Now, I'm not saying that's all of it, but I'm saying that's a good deal.
It's highlighted, though. That's what I know what you're saying. It's highlighted.
That's the point. And that's the problem on YouTube. And I'm speaking in terms of YouTube. What I'm saying is just to look at YouTube. You could use that as a microcosm. I'm not saying you should, but you could use it as a microcosm. So at the end of the day, if you're going to, I don't believe conversation solves things, but what it can do is lead to ideas that can lead to solutions. And so that's where it's important. So if we look at YouTube, we have to look at where are the channels, where are the panels, where you have people having conversations that bring up ideas that lead to results. And I think when we look at YouTube, that's the challenge, right? Because I can only speak from my perspective as a biracial person. In the spaces that I'm in, we're trying to build community there because we haven't had the advantage of having a community because of racism and discrimination against mixed race people, which I won't go into. But we're trying to do that in at least the community that I'm in through our content by highlighting biracial business owners, by highlighting some aspects in regards to what our issues and our problems are. And what I would say, and that's what I'm seeing going on in my space, but what I see going on, and I'm not saying some of this stuff isn't happening in African American spaces on YouTube, but what I'm saying is it's something, it indicates what maybe the problems and issues are that come with that are plaguing African American and Black American communities. And I guess that's one aspect. You go on YouTube and you go, oh, look at what's being promoted, what's being emphasized, what's being highlighted. And you go, where is the discussion of the problems that lead to ideas that lead to solutions?
So you're saying you're not finding that?
Huh?
You're saying you're not finding that in the
well, what I'm saying is I'm using it. Well, what I'm saying is what I'm saying is what I have seen on YouTube, and I'm saying that this is highlighted, this is pushed. Because we know that YouTube, I may get in trouble for saying that, YouTube pushes things that they want to push. Let's be brutally honest here. They will push things they want to push. They will highlight things they want to highlight because they want to make money. If your channel is drawing subscribers and viewers because you're talking about this celebrity fighting that celebrity or this YouTuber doing this to this YouTuber, that's what's going to get the clicks and the views. But going on a panel and saying what I'm saying, that's not going to get clicks and views. And again, that I see is part of not only a problem, but part of the problem.
So that's how I see it. So I can agree with some of that. But I mean, you talk about the stuff that you're seeing, but you're in a room right now and you're on a panel right now. So in real time, like this is a part of the solution. And I think in terms of, again, the quote unquote African American community, it's like taking our narrative back and not having people speak for us, but speaking for ourselves and bringing forward some of the solutions. Like I think we have identified here, or at least pointing out the problems, and then to stay away, or at least you understand that that's the problem there. So
yeah, so because the great thing is that like we're in a panel. I mean, that's why when she came up and made that comment, it was like, this is what we're doing. We come together. We're on a panel. We're all talking, sharing ideas, having conversations. Then when this panel is over, when we go back to our own little zones, we spread the message. We spread the word. Like that's
and not only that, you
really
realize
how you do it.
And not only that, you realize that you aren't alone and you're not crazy because when say you don't have this panel or you're not around people you can have these conversations with. When you do see problems, it's like, does anybody not see this? Does anybody not know what's going on here? That's why what Fantastic is doing, not only with Tinfoil Tuesdays, but just the way that he has his channel set up and has his open dialogue here. It's like you realize that there are people out there that are seeing it, that are speaking out about it, that are kind of standing on their square, and we are the solution. Even when you go into rooms where you may not be able to have as open of a dialogue like this, you at least know that there's multiple yous out there that's going into the world and not so much conforming to it, but just kind of like I said, standing on your square, and like hopefully will be the cream that rises.
Well, I guess that's how you see it, then that's fine. But again, I spoke about it on a YouTube point of view, right? So earlier there was the talk about community, and I mentioned small town cities, very different. So I took this on from two perspective, right? And because when you go on an app like YouTube, you can see, you can actually see certain things. You can actually see certain things, as opposed to things that you can't necessarily readily see.
Yeah, but you're always going to have the masses that are programmed, that are just not thinkers. They're not as sharp as everybody else. There's, so you can't just say, YouTube is 100% a representation of the truth. You just kind of have to understand where you fit in things, and then where, just generally speaking, most people, your average person, where they are, and knowing that that's going to be you're always going to have your average. And then fit yourself into it. Are you?
Well, it's a representation of the truth. I think it's a representation of certain aspects. That's why I brought it up. I don't know if it's a representation of truth in general, but it's a representation of certain aspects. That's why I noted it. And so I said, okay. And that's why I noted what I noted.
But you can't say you just said that YouTube pushes certain things. So it can't be a representation.
Well, as a business, at a business entity in terms of channels.
Sure.
There's a specific channel. I'm talking a business way. Yeah, they do.
So therefore, you can't fall subject to if you know that they push certain things, and you know that even content creators create content for clickbait purposes, then once you're able to identify that, then do just that. This is something that is literally designed and pushed on me for those purposes, rather than to better me, rather than to inspire thought.
That gets into the individual's choice, right? So the individual can choose what channels they want to look at and what channels that they want to deal with and so forth. So yeah, from the individual's point of view, yeah, sure, that can happen, and I'm sure it does happen.
I think we're in a situation where like we've it's so really bad, but like, since I can remember with the internet, and as I would say the past, since social media, since YouTube and everything like that, and the algorithms jumped in. We have to think for ourselves, and that's becoming like a real thing of like when you hear information, you think about information and think if it logically makes sense to you, and you also go and discover and you find out more, right? And you know, what do they call it? They call it echo chambers, right? You get caught in that where everybody's speaking of the same thing. Like that's why I like when Mr. Fantastic says like, oh, don't think that I don't like females. Like don't think that I'm saying we ain't doing no females over here. Like that it's crazy because he's one of the first people that I've ever heard say that, like, despite what I'm talking about, the subject matter, you know, it may seem counter, or it may seem like my whole idea is that like I hate, I'm against women, I don't like, and he has to re-emphasize, no, I'm not that. And I just feel like, yes, like you know, you're gonna get your information, you're gonna hear what you're gonna hear, you know, you're gonna find your click, you're gonna learn what you're gonna need to learn. But I don't think we spend enough time after, like, when things are off, to sit, reflect, and, you know, understand the information that we've maybe heard in a discussion or have heard in a situation. Like it's almost like we succumb to jumping in and believing the messenger before the message. And I feel like it has to start there. It has to start with thinking, you know, about what we're speaking about, you know, versus just repeating anything that we might have heard, or, oh, that sounds good for the moment, but it only sounds good because you pissed off right now and something happened in your life. You know what I'm saying? Like the algorithm doesn't know how you feel. It just only knows like what you click on.
Not only that, it knows how it wants you to feel. It knows how it wants you to, you know, just be robotic and program you. And it also knows that it's a time thing where over and over and over again, like the way music is pushed down our throat. These aren't the best artists out there, but if they can force you to listen to a song 1,000 times, eventually it's going to program you to, at least if you didn't like it, now it's tolerable. Then you become you enjoy it, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's good music. So it's one of those things where like that's the same aspect when it comes to music, when it comes to the way we consume food, information, the way that we interact with, you know, women. It's just like we have to like going back to what you're saying, you got to think for yourself and then kind of be able to attract what you like and what you feel as though is helping you to become a better man, person, you know,
woman, whatever
level, however deep you want to take it. But like it's gotta, even going back to what Al, you were saying, like it's an individual thing to the degree that you still do represent your family, you represent your culture, you represent your country, whether you realize it or not, you just do.
Well, I think you represent yourself. You know, your family may have something to do with it, but at the end of the day, you represent yourself. And so you have to look at the decisions that work for you. I mean, you have to look at what, at the end, people do what works for them. The question is
more than yourself.
Works for them? Is it what works for them constructive or is it destructive?
You represent more than yourself, though.
Well, in my case, I represent me.
You are a man. I think you're a man.
Virtues from, you know what I mean? Like, where do you learn the things that you go to seek out that you find are that appealing to you, right, Al?
Yeah, man. I don't know what the hell going on. Wait. Hold on. Yeah. Y'all niggas done hijacked my shit. I got everybody at my door.
I was waiting your return.
Yeah, man.
We was waiting for you to come back in.
I appreciate y'all for helping me out, man. I got my AC fixed. I get my roof inspected right now. Like, everybody want to come to my damn door today. So I don't know what the hell.
Oh yeah, Florida. If that roof more than 10 years old,
listen, man. YouTube done picked my stream. They done dropped my damn sound and my video down. I don't know how many times, bro. Listen, bro. I love me. I would never harm myself. Okay, this shit is on the record, nigga. Y'all take me. I didn't do it. All right.
We thought you got a visit from the Clintons for a second.
Yeah, I know. What's going on, man? Everything going on. But hey, man,
that happened.
He got caught up with the Jehovah's Witnesses. That's why at the front.
Well, what I'm saying is your roof okay?
Yeah, it's straight as far as I know. I've never had it replaced, but they about to look at it, so I don't know, bro. I got so much shit going on right now, y'all have no idea. But listen, man, I'm gonna go ahead and close this thing out so I can figure everything out, bro. This is a great discussion, man. Yeah, appreciate y'all for coming up, bro. Everybody that came through today.
TINFOIL Tuesday is the best, man.
Yeah, most definitely, bro. Appreciate you. I appreciate everybody for coming through, man, and supporting, bro. Hey, be ready, y'all. All right, get your meat. All right, get your you know, like they say, man, and be careful. Start finding get your precious metals. All these things, man. Pay attention to what's going on, bro. Real shit. Pay attention. Prepare yourself. This ain't no doom and gloom. This ain't no, the end of the world as we know it. I'm not saying nothing crazy like that. But by all means, bro. Don't believe nothing I said. Go do the research for yourself and find it out. And most importantly, bro, read motherfucking The Great Reset by Klaus Schwab. It literally is the game plan. It literally is a blueprint. It literally is the step-by-step thing for the plans they have for the future, the near future at that. But anyway, man, hey, there's that on that one. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Holla.